Excuse me.
Hello, bestball fans. We are live this Thursday afternoon here in Florida as the Big D takes you on one of my favorite adventures, bestball drafting with my friend Matt at JTTCup. Boy, you sound like Justin Thomas for all the JTTs. Before I bring in Matt, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page, driving to the productions. We try and hit every sport, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, wrestling, NASCAR, golf. You never know what else to expect. Also, check out the Big D podcast for the audio list. So Spotify, Apple. So joining me on a baseball adventure is a JTT Cup. So Matt, I'll tell you what, the weather outside today is looking a little like your neck of the woods in the UK.
What, is it raining?
Yes, it's been
Yeah.
raining the whole week. Horrible weather.
Yeah, same here. Same here, my friend. It's been like that for the last week or so here as well.
So, everybody loves drafting baseball, whether it be June, July, August, but there are different kinds of strategies. So, a couple strategies that we like are either hero running back, zero running back, or maybe just draft all the running backs. So explain the differences between like zero running back, hero running back, and then draft all the running backs.
Well, what is your favourite of those three? Like, do you have a preferred strategy of those three?
I try and mix it up because, there were some drafts like if you get B. John Robinson and Brees Hall or Christian McCaffrey, then I'm more likely to go hero running back. But if I'm drafting more wide receivers, getting my stacks, then I'm probably more likely to go zero running back. So it all depends on the stack. Plus, if you get B. John Robinson, Drake London, I feel like Atlanta could be a sneaky value staff because Kirk Cousins, if he's healthy, he's not going to be any worse than.
Yeah, and I think I know we were talking just before we came on air, and you said you do a lot of best ball drafts, certainly a lot more than I do. So I think mixing it up is a great idea. I'm probably more of a hero one where I try and take one of the top ones early, try and pad the rest of the roster out, and then pick up some value late on. But yeah, do try and mix it up a little bit because it can be a bit boring doing the same strategy all the time, especially if you're in a lot of best ball drafts.
Yeah, be honest, if like a Saquon Barkley's there in the first round, probably not looking to draft him. But if I can get especially some PPR value with a Bijan, a Brees Hall, or Christian McCaffrey, I'm okay going hero running back. But otherwise, I don't think zero running back's the whole strategy.
Yeah, I probably agree, and I think I'm the same. So I'm a Jets fan, so I've got me a lot of Brees Hall. I think he's going to be great again this year. Well, hoping for two reasons that he's going to be great this year. So got a lot of him early in some of the drafts that I've done.
Yeah, fortunately he's got a little nickel now, but I think he'll be fine. Nobody's really going full ball in mini camp, although your quarterback right now has seemingly gone Mr. Incognito.
Yeah, he's done a bit of a disappearing act this week, didn't he? But I don't know. I think Jets social media went into a bit of a meltdown, but I feel okay about it. Like he's going to be there. He's going to be there. When we need him. Let's just hope he remains injury free this season.
Yeah, hopefully he'll last more than the full plays he did last year. Otherwise, Greg Wilson's gonna play with another crappy quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be watching the Jets in week 6, 9, and 10, or is it 5, 8, and 9? I can't remember. I'm going to 3 Jets games this year, so I'm hoping to get to see him.
Yeah, I think my Jags play your Jets. I'm trying to remember what week it is. I think it's like week 14, mate.
Yeah, it's quite late on. Yeah.
I'm just glad we don't have to play on that crappy Meadowlands turf because that might be the worst turf I've ever seen.
Yeah, I can't disagree, to be honest. There's so many bad injuries have occurred from there, haven't they? Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, good news is at least with the upcoming Copa America, I'll be playing on grass, so hopefully, Messi can stay together because I think we all like watching him play football.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what's so what are some of your value stacks you like doing this year? Because I mean, yeah, it's easy to draft, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes early, but what are some of your value stacks?
I think I was talking to you just beforehand one eye. So I like a bit of Ayuk. I think the situation, the uncertainty there at the 49ers, he's going a lot lower than kind of consensus. If I can stack him with Purdy, I think that's great. Value wise, I also like, and a lot of it will be based on the news from yesterday. So Taysom Hill. I think there's massive value there because Juwan Johnson's got an ongoing injury, which sounds like could be potentially long term. So I don't mind me a bit of Taysom Hill, especially with that and not knowing what they're going to do. And then it's just for me, it's picking up those stacks early on, and then kind of going from there. Really, what are yours? What are your top ones?
Derek Carr feels like the unsexy, sexy stack because if you get a middle of the first round with Crystal Olave, get back with like obviously not the one Johnson anymore, but Taysom Hill, one of my favorite round 20 guys, A.T. Perry.
Yeah, good shout.
Um, Matthew Stafford's a guy because even if you don't draft Puka or Cooper Cup early, you can get like a Demarcus Robinson. You could get one of the Rams tight ends. Baker Mayfield. I don't know why Baker Mayfield's still going late in drafts, but you could get him with like Cade Otton.
Yeah.
Otton. Plus, we know the playoff weeks are challenging with weather. Week 16, the Bucks play Dallas in a dome, and then week 17 against the Panthers just up the road, and hopefully sunny Tampa. So,
Yeah, and I think so. That's where, so from a best ball point of view, or really from a general strategy, so that's where I think I don't look at that detail, and I think I need to. So, like you're looking at matchups, you're looking at weather, you're looking at and you're looking at that from week 16, 17, and I think that's where I sometimes just go, yeah, I'll try and pick the next best player. I don't necessarily think about those factors, but that's a really good point.
should we hop into the draft right now?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah. Oof. No, I've not gotten a 101 or 102 yet, and I'm like, give me the 101, 102. I've not drafted Chris McCaffrey or CeeDee Lamb yet.
So they're generally the consensus top two that are going in most of the drafts you're seeing, is it? McCaffrey and Lamb? Yeah.
So who would you? So be honest with you, I might be against most people. I think I would take CeeDee Lamb 101 because I'm worried that McCaffrey led the NFL in touches, and he's been healthy the last couple of years, and we know Kyle Shanahan will run him into the ground.
Yeah, I think, what is he, 28 now? He's hardly over the hill, but the life of a running back, as we've seen in the last few years, is massively shortened nowadays, especially with a workload like his. So I've seen a lot of people talking about Lamb going 101 in one quarterback league. So I don't hate it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, baby! 1-1.
You said you wanted it.
So I don't know what to do. Do I take McCaffrey or do I take CeeDee?
You just talked it up. You're gonna have to go Lamb.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I think CeeDee Lamb, with what the Cowboys have not done this all season, is going to get a throwing of targets. I mean, what if I told you CeeDee Lamb got, let me see, 4, 13, 7, 6, 5, 7, and this is after the bye week. 14, 16, 14, 9, 9, 17, 10, 10, 10, 17, 13, and 17 targets. That's a lot of targets. That's a lot of targets.
So
So,
what is this? Is this a 12? Is it 12 team, this one?
yes, this is a 12-team draft, 12-team, 20-round draft. So, obviously, if I take CeeDee Lamb here, I don't have a pick until then the second round. Which, yeah. All right. I'll take some CeeDee Lamb for a quick snack, please. Yep. I mean, most drafts usually you see McCaffrey go first, but I don't behave. I bet you WN Sim 12 can't believe I took a Lamb first. Nope, he takes McCaffrey. I mean, be honest with you, 103 is an interesting pick this year because there are generally 3 or 4 good wide receivers. You've got Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, and Amon-Ra. I mean, do you try and mix it up if you get the 103?
Yeah, I think so. What about Justin Jefferson? What's your thoughts on him this year? Is the quarterback situation a big problem? Is that why he's falling?
Honestly, not just the quarterback, but potentially, one in the new deal. Obviously, that's not going to be a case. Holy cow, Jahmyr Gibbs went a lot earlier than I've seen him go in drafts.
Where did he just go? Number 4?
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs just went 104.
Wow.
He's usually going toward the end of round 1, if not round 2.
Interesting. Very interesting. So Jefferson's gone above Amon-Ra. That's interesting too.
Yeah, so Jahmyr Gibbs went in front of Bijan and Breece Hall. You worried at all about Breece Hall right now? I mean, I'm not worried about him. I mean, it's better than last year where we didn't even know if he played the first month of the season.
Yeah, I think there was always worry Brees coming off the injury, but obviously, touch wood, he seemed okay. Rodgers being out helped Hall because he had more. Brees Hall is going to have less carries if Rodgers is healthy than he did last year. So that's my only concern there. I'm not really worried about the injury.
So,
Hoping the O line is better, but that wouldn't be hard for it to be better because it was pretty trash last year.
So first round, CeeDee Lamb, CMC, Tyreek Hill, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Bijan, Puka Nacua, A.J. Brown, Marvin Harrison, and who's this going to take here? Garrett Wilson. Interesting. Breece Hall not a first rounder on this draft. Huh. Yeah, he won't practice Tuesday.
Yeah, well, it's only June, isn't
it? He just went the first pick of the second round, so
he went for the double Jets on the turn there. Interesting.
He could be good. I don't know if he'll make it back, but he could go Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid, or one of the Bills. So obviously, coming up here second round, who you thinking I should take at 212?
Well, I was just about to ask you, will you take a quarterback on this turn, or will you leave it to the 4-5 turn?
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for Devont. I'm gonna wait to get Dak Prescott, but I've got a plan.
Right.
I've got a I've got a plan. Let me see if he's there. I am going quarter. I'm hoping to go wide receiver quarterback here, but this is gonna be nuts. Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts,
Like it.
because I'm going for that Dallas Philly Week 17. I've tried for 3 years in getting AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Hurts. Fortunately, I can't do it now.
So it's Dallas, Philadelphia, week 17, is it?
Yes.
And the division could be on the line, hopefully.
Yes. So Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. And yes, I know it's early, but I don't have a pick until the end of the fourth round.
Yeah, I think you've made the right decision there, to be honest.
I don't know what it is. Like, I always feel like I screw up these drafts, even when I do. So Sip took McCaffrey and Ayuk. So I mean, he could go Debo and just stack the 49ers, or maybe go. So he took Jalen Waddle. I think the Dolphins and Niners play week 16. So that's, yeah, week 16.
Oh, do they? Interesting.
Kelsey, the first tight end. Be honest with you, I don't know about taking Kelsey as the first tight end this year.
Do you think the guy who took Kelsey is going to take Mahomes here in round 3, or hope that he comes back in 4?
I don't know what he'll do. Oh, so Josh Allen's the first quarterback off the board. Or second.
I was going to say.
I took her. I took her.
Oh, he went Henry. Okay. Back in sec. 1 sec. Oh.
So takes Diggs. So that Fruity Walk is definitely building a few things. Cooper Cup.
Excuse me.
Debo. I don't know. It feels weird that like Cooper Cup's going in the third round and Puka's at the end of the first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who's the number one in LA. I mean, Puka's younger, but of course, Stafford and Puka are like Mahomes and Kelsey, right?
Yeah. Where's Nakua gone yet then?
Puka went 109.
Right. Okay.
So Tony obviously can't take Josh Allen, but he went Jay Flowers and Lamar. I'm gonna say that's the earliest I've seen 4-2 is the earliest I've seen Anthony Richardson go.
Yeah. I think if he stays healthy, his ceiling is huge, but it worries me.
Yeah, interesting that Indy Corona wouldn't take. Well, he took JT, but then he could have taken Pittman too. Not that. So
There you go. Joey Main got Mahomes on the way back. I said, is he going to take him in round 3? And he got him in round 4, stacked with Kelsey.
So who do you think I should be looking at the turn here?
Who have you got so far? Hurts, Lamb, and Smith. Depends on your running back strategy here. Are you going to take one on this turn, or are you going to leave it another turn?
I'm thinking of going running back receiver on this turn.
I mean, I don't love the running backs available.
Yeah, I don't really like them either. I mean, Jacobs, James Cook. I mean, why?
I mean, Jacobs, you're getting him at his ADP, and the rest you're reaching anyway.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking here? Thinking I'm thinking of going George Pickens and the Tampa Bay running back.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna take I don't know what is name. Yeah, Rashad White.
Excuse me.
Okay. So I've gone CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, George Pickens, and Rashad White. So now, look who I'm trying to put on the board.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Are you worried? Would you at all be worried about taking these guys holding out?
No, I don't think so. Not at this stage. There's a lot of media stuff about it, isn't there? But they always get something done. They always get a deal done in the end. I feel like there's no risk in it, to be honest.
Wow, this guy's going super tight end. I don't know what it is, not pure tight end or zero tight end. He's going every tight end with McBride and Kincaid.
Interesting strategy there.
I mean, I've seen some drafts where teams go start tight end. Like I did one where I went Laporta and Kittle.
Oh, apparently my light stopped working. That's great. Good time to find out that the light in my room is not working.
I'll tell you what, Mark Andrews feels like a value. I don't know what it is, but like nobody wants Mark Andrews this year because
What?
he was hurt last year, and I'm like everyone was hurt.
I heard. I listened to a UK-based fantasy podcast, and they were talking about Andrews and his injuries, and he's actually played 15 games or more, like 14 games or more every season for the last 4 years. Is what the guy said. And I thought that can't be right. But if that is right, then this thing of him being injured all the time is not actually true.
I don't know. It must be the same guy I listen to because
Wow, gone Andrews and Pitts though.
well, he took Drake London definitely, so he's going. He might be going Kirk Cousins. It goes Chris Godwin. So CJ Stroud winning at the 5-7. He definitely he got for that booty walk got Nico and Steph Diggs. I have no idea what to do with the Texans wide receivers this year. Figuring out who's going to be the 1A or 1B there.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think there isn't there 3 Texans being drafted in the top 25 wide receivers. 3 of them.
Yes.
That's just it's where do you go? You've got to make sure you mix it up in best ball with those 3 because who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, there goes Joey B. So he's going. He will wide receiver, right?
Your boys are still on the board then.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's interesting about this strategy? I won't have to draft another quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if you take Dak Prescott right here, I might just. I mean, if you take Dak Prescott here, I might just slap you. Well, this will be easy. That would be one. That will be
Yeah, I
two.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, I wish I had drafted more Jake Ferguson earlier. Drafting later when his value started tumbling, but it wasn't quite the same. So through what are we through? 7 rounds.
7. Yeah.
Lamb, Smith, Jalen Hurts, George Pickens, Rashad White, Dak, and Jake Ferguson. Boy, all the tight ends are going early.
Yeah, people are pressing the panic button now because you've had 2 people draft 2 tight ends in the first 6 rounds, and then you've obviously got one on the turn, and that's made them panic. That guy at number 2 spot has an interesting strategy. Also, got 5 wide receivers, no quarterback yet through 7 rounds.
You better not hope somebody takes Brock Purdy next.
I was going to say he's open for Purdy, isn't he?
I don't know what to do with Rasheed Rice this year because I mean I've seen drafts for like Hollywood Brown is in the 5th round, Wardley's here. I don't know what to do with Rasheed Rice. I'm I'm honestly waiting until something happens with the legal news
Yeah.
because I don't want it to be a wasted pick.
No, exactly.
I mean, I feel like I went a little early on Jalen Hurts, but I mean, situation where I probably had to get him right.
Yeah.
Uh, could you look up quickly who the Cowboys and Eagles play Week 15 and 16?
Yeah, sure. I'll have a look. Right.
Those to me why.
Right, Cowboys 15 and 16. They play home to the Panthers and at the Bucks.
And what about Philly?
Eagles. Let's have a look. Mm-hmm. 15 and 16 is home to the Steelers and at Washington.
Okay, so what do you think I should go here at 93? I mean, these are the running backs available. I know who I'm not picking here, Javonte Williams, but who do you like here at the running back?
What's your thoughts on the situation in Tennessee? You've got obviously Pollard, who took over from Dak as the lead back and didn't do a fantastic job. He's now in Tennessee. You've got Tyjae Spears, who is well liked. They're being drafted in similar spots. I think I shouldn't think he's too much further down Spears than Pollard. Are you concerned about what's going to happen there? Are you not drafting those players because of that?
I'm more of a Tyjae Spears guy because I
Yeah.
really, I really like his upside. Hmm.
It's hard here because there's not a lot of value there running back left. Like you say, you don't want to take
Yeah,
Williams. I'd be a little bit worried about taking Eckler, even at this round 8-9.
yeah. I took Trey Benson and Curtis Samuel.
Right.
Because I think Trey Benson being one of these rookie running backs, I tried to get more of him. I think Benson's got a chance of unseating Connor for the second half, and then Curtis Samuel and Buffalo. Well, I mean, the Shakir injury worries me a little bit, but I mean, I'm not overly concerned. I mean, he'll be ready by training camp. It's like nobody wants to push it, everybody too hard.
Yeah.
What's your strategy on making sure you get three tight ends? Because I've tried to get three tight ends on every team, but it's like even if I get like a Troy McBride, I mean, would you be okay having like a Trey McBride and maybe a random tight end?
Um, um, uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. If you get McBride, you normally get him in the first 5 picks, aren't you? So when would you be looking to take another one? It's
Probably
going to
about
be
probably about now. I'd be looking at somebody like one of these guys, whether it be a Dallas Goddard,
yeah.
who's the guy in Houston, Dalton Schultz,
What
Olave.
about? I mean, obviously, probably not for your next couple of picks, but I like because of this perceived injury issue to Mark Andrews. I've got quite a bit of Isaiah Likely, but not obviously not this early. What about Tyler Conklin this year?
I don't,
Obviously, saying it as a Jets fan.
I don't think Conklin's the worst pick. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, I think Conklin fits. I mean, especially not as your number one or two tight end, but number three, I don't think that's a bad choice either.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I don't know what to do with TJ Hawkinson though.
I've been picking up a lot of Hawkinson. I just think, he's coming off a really bad injury, and they think he might not be ready for the start of the season. But I think if you can get him for value and hope that he makes a good recovery and is available for your second half of the season, I don't hate it.
I mean, still feels a little early than I would want. I mean, if it's in the 140s, I would take him. But we get into that fun part of the draft.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So, trying to think of who I should be looking at here. Should I go wide receiver, running back, or go? That's what I'm thinking. Go wide receiver, running back.
Is Nick Chubb still on the board or not? No, he's gone, hasn't
Negative.
he? He's just gone. And then did Blake Corum just go as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, those were the two. When you had the running back list up there, those are the two I was looking at.
Thinking of getting Jerome Ford because I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Oh, excuse me.
I hope I. Where is he? No, there. So, not quite half, well, little past halfway. I've gone CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, George Pickens, Rashad White, Dak, Jake Ferguson, Trey Benson, Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks, and Jerome Ford.
I like that build. I think that's pretty good. What are you going to think? Wide receiver, tight end next turn?
I'm thinking going running back, tight end next.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping like a Zach Charbonnet falls to me. I've got 2 week 11 tight ends. My wide receivers are 7, 5, 9, 12, and 7. Oof. I remember doing a draft last week, and I drafted 4 week 9 wide receivers, and I wanted this, and was thinking things, so many bleeping ones. Obviously, stacking support of drafts. I mean, let me see. Well, he did draft Purdy in round 9. Boy, that guy's going super. That guy's going super Niners happy with McCaffrey, Ayuk, and Kittle. He's gone one.
And Purdy.
Yeah, he's gone. You know what's weird? Like last week, you could get Trevor Lawrence in the 5th and Justin Herbert in the 5th round. Now it's like nobody wants them.
No.
I'm like, what did Trevor Lawrence just alienate everybody? But like nobody wants him. Justin Herbert still on the board. Like just because he's with Harbaugh doesn't mean the Chargers won't be throwing the ball. I mean, they have to throw the ball occasionally, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, the running back room's not great, so they're going to have to.
Other than Brees Hall, right? I'll tell you what, if TJ Hawkinson's here, he's mine.
Yeah, I think that's a shout.
This is the area of the draft I want to take him because if he's healthy for like the last 7, 8 games of the regular season, I think Hawkinson could be worth the top. The problem is the Vikings play on that same cruddy turf your Jets do, which is not good. It's coming off torn ACLs.
Excuse me.
What do you think about England's chances to winning the Euros?
I'm not that confident, to be honest. I don't like our manager. I think he's too negative. We have a fantastic array of attacking players, and he doesn't play enough of them. He's too cautious. So I think we'll get through the group because we always do, and then we'll come up against a decent team, a Spain or an Italy or a France, and we'll go out.
I mean, to be honest with you, I know England fans will probably say Gareth Southgate's going to play a far more conservative lineup. I think England's best team is with Rice and Bellingham in midfield and some combination of Palmer, Foden, Saka, and Kane up front. But I know Gareth Southgate's going to play Trent Alexander-Arnold or Conor Gallagher in midfield. No, he will.
Yeah, I think he'll play Bellingham hopefully in a more advanced role, like a number 10 role, like he does for Real Madrid. In which case, I think he'll probably start Rice and Trent as like the two holding midfielders. But the problem there is Trent can't defend, he can't tackle. So I don't think that's the best choice. And then we'll end up with probably Saka and Foden with Kane. Although I would prefer to play Palmer over Saka. personally, but there you go. We'll see what happens on Sunday afternoon, your time, evening, my time.
Yeah, wait, you guys play Serbia, right?
Yeah, Sunday at 3 o'clock your time.
I mean, it's got to be France and France and England are like the 1-1As to win, right?
Yeah, they are the two favourites, but I think France are too good for us.
Well, you could argue France might have the best manager in international football. I don't think anybody would argue that. Maybe the guy in Argentina might have something to say.
Yeah.
So, looking what I did with my last.
Well, you went to Hawkinson Charbonnet in the end. Nice.
I mean, if TJ Hawkinson's going to fall in the 140s, I'll take him, even if it's not part of my stack. So now I'm looking wide receiver, running back, because I've heard the news on LA's backfield. Gus Edwards hurt, so I'm thinking trying to get the rookie running back Fidel, and then hopefully get Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I like Bateman. I think he's a little bit of a sleeper, to be honest, isn't he? With how late he's going.
If he ever stays healthy, right?
Yeah. So you're in the JTTCup this year, aren't you, for the first time?
Yeah, I think so.
You're one of my 610 people involved in our charity contest. So thank you for supporting and joining. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite. I mean, we love helping out everybody around the world.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. It's a month. It's pretty much a month till the draft, to be honest. It's 13th, 14th of July is when we're looking to do most of the drafts. So that's divisions of 10 as well. It's divisions of 10, not 12. So it's a slightly different strategy.
How's the draft format going to be there?
Say that again.
How's the draft format going to be there?
The draft format.
Yeah.
How do you mean? Sorry, I'm not computing.
I mean, how's the draft format going to be? Is it going to be a tight end premium, super flex, or?
It's super flex, but it's not tight end premium.
Okay.
So it's pretty standard. It's half point. It's half point per reception. It's half point per first down as well. And there is some quirky return yardage points this year as well. If you want to pick up a return man, excuse me. So, but other than that, it's pretty standard. Super flex, 10 starters. So, well, where are we up to with yours? Are you back on yet? It's coming.
No, I'm quite ready for that. So, what do you think about this team right now that I have picked? Hooks, Jerome Ford, Hawkinson, Zach Charbonnet, then I went Vidal and Rashad Bateman.
Nice. Think Vidal's the man in LA this year?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we get allergies all the time here. It's not fun.
Have you been watching any of the Cricket World Cup? As some of that's being played in your country, isn't it? Have you been watching any of that? Do you know cricket very well, or?
I'm more of a baseball guy than cricket, man.
Yeah.
But
Fair. Whereabouts are you? I know you're Eastern time zone, but whereabouts are you located?
I'm in Florida.
Right. Nice.
It's 150. Well, it's been raining here for too long. Wait, drafted. Yeah, that's what I want. Right on. Oh, I'm on the clock. Shoot. Wait, yeah. Think I'm going. No, I'm going to draft Braylon
Yeah,
now. But do I
good
take
shout.
the Quanjo or Noah Fant? Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a Quanjo.
Yeah, I think I prefer a Conqueror over Fan.
Now, yeah. So now I've gone. Wait, hold on. And you know what? And you know why I drafted Braylon Allen? Because you and I both know that Brees Hall is not might not be capable of handling 300 carries, and I couldn't do an episode without drafting at least one Jet player.
Yeah, that's fair. Allen's a beast, isn't he? He's built like he's a really strong dude,
And
really hard runner. So
I mean,
I
he's
think he'd be
20.
good for us.
And plus, he might be able to score some touchdowns. I mean, he is a big boy.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've gone 2 quarterbacks, 6 wide receivers, 6 running backs, 3 tight ends. So I'm going to end with some wide receivers because I think I am contractually obligated to draft wide receivers. Just debating on which way I go. Yeah, I wish I would have gone wide receiver. Well, maybe not wide receiver, but more wide receivers early. Like I did one draft, I went beat on, then drafted 6 wide receivers in a row.
Wow.
That's true. And I mean, with this team, I feel like I've got to draft 3 tight ends because I mean, Jake Ferguson's okay. I mean, good, but oof, 4 running backs. You need to draft some running backs. I mean, James Cook, Ramondre, Chase Brown, and Khalil Herbert. You got to draft some running backs, mate. Goodness sake.
What you've already got 3 tight ends, so are you gonna pick up another one in the last 3 picks or not?
Probably not.
How are you gonna end? Wide receiver,
Wide receiver.
all 3.
Yeah. Trying to think my wide receiver. Yeah, I've got good bye week. I mean, I've got my stack with Blam, Brandon Cooks. I wish I could have gotten Dallas Goddard. That would have been sick. But I mean, I've got good week by symmetry. Not symmetry, but you know, there. I don't know who's going to be. I mean, I know Malik Neighbors is probably going to be the number one with the Giants, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, who's throwing to him though?
Daniel Jones.
Drew Lock. After
Oh,
week 4.
you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah. Damaged goods. He's done. Yeah, everybody trying to get all these crappy wide receivers. I'm like, how many Cowboys can I draft? I want to draft Jalen Tolbert, but I'm like, that's no deal. And it's like I can't take this Walker because I already took what's his name? Rashad Bateman.
Is Brian Thomas still there? Has he gone?
No, Thomas
I'm guessing he's gone.
An hour and a half ago.
Right.
I think I'm gonna take Kendrick Bourne and then Josh Reynolds. Because Josh Reynolds had some weeks for the Lions last year, and I know but he's going to say, well, he may be the number whatever wide receiver there in Denver. And I'm like, Sean, it might be. Sean Payton spreads the work around.
Yeah.
Round 19, it's like, am I counting on him? If I get 1 week from Josh Reynolds.
Do you think the Lions are as good this year as they were last year?
Probably
from a fantasy perspective and a real life perspective?
Probably better.
Nice. That's what I want to hear. I've got lots of Lions.
Who's the round 20 pick this year? Who's the round 20 pick this year to win somebody $1.5 million?
Excuse me. Oh, I'm not well. A.T. Perry, you're going to go for your man, A.T. Perry, are you?
I'm thinking about it. Or Sky Moore.
Yeah, Sky Moore's got some sneaky upside if Rice is suspended, doesn't he? So,
yeah, but look at it
early in the season potentially.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jalen Tolbert, but I feel like if I quad stack the Cowboys, I'm losing out. Excuse me.
How many picks you got left? Is it just one now, or?
Yep, I got the last one.
Yeah. He went Bourne Reynolds, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's funny how Michael Thomas, like, 3 years ago would have been like a first-round pick in best ball, and now he's a 19th rounder. Boy.
Crazy.
Bo Nix and Drake May. Boy, you drafted all the rookies. And then Aaron Rodgers.
Someone's got Rodgers, have they, late on?
You know what my biggest pet peeve is? I hate when teams auto draft. That is my biggest pet peeve. Boy, interesting. Caleb Williams in the 9th round, and then Kirk Cousins. So I feel like I would need another quarterback. Oh, look at this guy when Herbert, Baker, and Cole.
I was just looking at that. Yeah, literally as you were scrolling through, I thought, wow, was that the first quarterback he took, Herbert? Round 12. Okay, don't hate it.
I'm not drafting Darren Waller. I can guarantee you
that. He's retired, has he? Did he confirm that? I saw something in the news.
He's retired.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to have too much of one guy because last year I drafted so much of Kenneth Gainwell and Jared McKinnon, and it bit me in the butt. Like, I'm trying to mix it up. Like, I don't want all this guy, all this guy. Like, they will be drafts. If I get the 1-1, I will take McCaffrey and then try and get one of the Niner pass catchers and probably Laporta.
Who you going with then? If Moore and Perry are both on the board, which one are you taking?
I took Sky Moore to finish off.
Good
So,
start. Nice. I'll be happy with that.
draft went CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, George Pickens, Rashad White, Dak, Jake Ferguson, Trey Benson, Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks, Jerome Ford, TJ Hawkinson, Zach Charbonnet, Vidal, Rashad Bateman, Braylon Allen, Cyrus Saquonja, Kendrick Bourne, Josh Reynolds, and Sky Moore.
Pretty good. Got to be happy with that. You got your 101 for the first time this year.
I only needed to ask for it. I only needed you, Matt. Now, I mean, what do you like about it?
I think it's a good build. I think I know you were a little bit unsure about going Hurts that early on, but I like the stack you put in there. I like the build. I like the balance. So, and I like that you thought about the matchups. Like I said, I don't do enough of that. So I think your running back room has got some potential. So yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, I wish I could have drafted a wide receiver somewhere in here, but I wanted Vidal with the Gus Edwards news. I felt like Hawkinson. If I've seen drafts where Hawkinson goes like here, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to take TJ Hawkinson, but at 12-12, pick 144.
Yeah.
If I could get 7 to 8 games from him, I don't think it's the worst idea.
No, I agree. I like it. I think it's good.
And plus, I mean, I get the week 17 with Dallas and Philly, which should be a high-profile game. I mean, if those teams aren't playing for anything week 17, I think we're all in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I hope, knowing you would probably wish New York and Buffalo were playing for the division week 17, right?
Oh yeah, no. No, the Jets will have the division won by about week 14, I think. Don't worry about it. 14-0. No, 13-0.
13-0. How are you guys going to beat San Francisco week 1?
Oh, it won't be a problem. As long as we beat the Vikings in London, as long as we beat the Pats at Gillette, and as long as we beat the Texans at home, because they're the 3 games I'm going to, so then I'll be happy.
Do you have any advice for somebody looking to do best ball drafts on
What, just general advice for someone looking to do best ball?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. As someone that runs one of the largest best ball tournaments in the world, I get to see lots of different strategies because I'm in every division that in the tournament. I get to see it. I think it's take the value, think about your stacks, think about your matchups in your playoff weeks, and then find the value. So if I look at the JTTCup, it's a 28-round draft because it's season-long best ball, and it's finding that person after round 20 that's going to go off, that's going to be really, really good value. Last year it was Puka Nakua. I'm not saying we'll get someone like that again, but it's the people that have won the JTTCup in the previous years have not won it because they picked great players in the top 5 picks. It's because they picked some real value later on. So that's what that would be my advice.
Especially if you could get that guy, whether it be in this round or this round, if you could find that Puka Nakua, you could find that Kieran Williams, you could find, a Sam Laporta lead.
Yeah.
That would be the difference in winning on advance, because last year I had 40 teams advance to week 15 and only 1 to week 16, and that team didn't even look that great. It's just, I think that was a team with Puka and Kieran Williams on it.
Yeah, and I think if you're playing a lot of season-long best ball, you need to think, especially if it's a really deep draft like the JTTCup, which is 28 rounds. It's also thinking, if your top guy gets injured, who's the backup? Who's coming in? They're not going to be as good, but you know, who are those quarterbacks that are, you know, hovering around a backup job? If one of your top quarterbacks gets injured, they come into a good situation. Think about that as well. Take some risks late on, if you can.
Yeah, especially, I mean, because we're not relying on a 20th round guy as our third wide receiver. You rely on him as your eighth, ninth. If he get a 1 or 2 good weeks, then it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. So thank you for joining me for a draft and for one of my drafts, and hopefully this draft showed everybody my insight in doing a best ball draft, because I mean I'm doing 150 of these milli makers, so we're gonna have
Nice.
fun whether from now until the start of the year.
Nice, brilliant. Okay, yeah, no, really good to chat to you and put a name to a face. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.